This movie didn't just put me in a driver's seat. It strapped me into a rocket, it said good luck, and it lit the fuse. F1 the movie had no right to go this hard. But thank God it did. Alright, so let's set the grid. Directed by Joseph Kosinski, produced by Jerry Bruckheimer, starring Brad Pitt as the swashbuckling Sonny Hayes, a retired driver pulled back to mentor a rookie. Shot during actual Grand Prix weekends, just utter madness. And somehow it works. Just works. This isn't just another racing movie. It's Top Gun Maverick on wheels with Life of Pi lighting and the sound design like Inception. And here's everything that made F1 a full throttle cinematic experience. Now, first up, I got to talk about the dream team. That is Joseph Kosinski and Claudio Miranda. All of us know about Joseph Kosinski. We've all raved about Top Gun Maverick enough by this point. The man is a master at emotional machinery. But I'm going to bring the focus on the real unsung hero in this movie, and that is Claudio Miranda, the shadow wizard of light. From Top Gun Maverick to Life of Pi, Oblivion to Benjamin Button. This man doesn't just shoot scenes, he actually sculpts them. Every shot in this film feels intentional. Now, whether it is the thrill, the chaos, the grandeur, or the intimacy, these guys didn't just film racing, they filmed immersion. Now, let's talk about one of my all-time favorite Hollywood actors. Brad Pitt plays the role of cowboy Sonny Hayes, but really, he's playing the greatest hits of his career.
You embarrassed me.
Yeah, sorry about that.
How'd your little talk with George go? Are we kidnapping him?
Not the word I'd use.
Well, now that you've talked to him, do you believe everything's all right?
Not exactly.
This was a mistake. You should leave.
Way ahead of you.
I told you we can't do it, and we can't do it. Now, what we might be able to do is recreate him. Recreate him in the aggregate.
The what?
John B's on-base percentage was 477. Damon's on-base, 324. And Almeida's was 291. Add that up and you get...
You want me to speak?
We're not pointing you yet.
There's a gun underneath this table pointed right at you, so I can't really hear what you're saying.
There's a gun.
If there was a gun under this table, yeah? I'd be as dead as that kid over there.
Huh? You join my command, you take on debit. A debit you owe me, personally. Each and every man under my command owes me 100 Nazi scalps. And I want my scalps. Probably heard we ain't into prisoner taking business. We into killing Nazi business. And cousin, business is a booming.
All in one, and he really sells it. This is peak charismatic Pitt, not trying to prove anything, which is exactly why it works. Also, like a really weird thought, is F1 the movie actually a prophecy for an American driver driving for a bottom of the grid team that we're probably going to get reintroduced to 20 years down the line? I don't know, it's just food for thought for you guys at this stage. Let's talk about the sound, because this was full-on sonic storytelling. Now, starting with Hans Zimmer, the man who made us fly in Man of Steel, who made us sail the seas in Pirates of the Caribbean, made us sob with the monks in Kung Fu Panda, and had us outrunning black holes in Interstellar. And honestly, Hans Zimmer always gets the assignment right. So for F1, he channels pistons, gears, adrenaline, and anxiety into the soundtrack. You've got electronic synths hitting like the curbs, you've got bass lines like V6 engines, and overall it's just raw, mechanical, futuristic, and just full of energy. And because we're talking about the sound, it doesn't just end with Hans Zimmer. We've got some big monsters on the track. You've got Whole Lotta Love by Led Zeppelin in Brad Pitt's introduction scene during that NASCAR race. You've got the stadium anthem We Will Rock You by Queen playing at Silverstone, a real revelation in the form of Bad As I Used to Be by Chris Stapleton during Sonny's first Apex test. Just pure outlaw swagger. And the original track by Ed Sheeran called Drive, with a grungy Tom Morello from his Audio Slave days kind of a riff. And Obang Jaya's Just Cool and Gasoline, a couple of Afrobeat tracks just powering Joshua Pierce's arc in the story. Now, Obang Jaya's inclusion in the movie definitely felt more than just a music choice. It felt like representation done right. Probably Lewis Hamilton's hand at work, a producer in the movie, and the only black F1 driver in the history of the sport. Definitely culture forward without shouting about it. Part of me wishes we got a few more old school bangers. Give me Paranoid by Black Sabbath on that Monaco tunnel, AC/DC's It's a Long Way to the Top in a pit lane montage, and Bon Jovi's Blaze of Glory as the comeback anthem. Just imagine. But that's just me nitpicking. I still loved every bit of it. This movie was a masterclass in what sound design should really be like. Honestly, this movie actually sounded like speed, with downshifts rattling your ribs, revs humming in your throat, and paddle shifts you can feel in your jaw, especially in IMAX. It was like being inside the car, with every vibration, every silence, and every roar. And as a recent fan of the sport who got into this because of Drive to Survive, this movie felt like a major level up. We saw simulators, wind tunnels, testing rigs, engineer rooms, telemetry systems. This movie wasn't just about racing. This was about the brains behind the beast as well. For me, F1 was more than just a sports flick. Although I'll admit, it did fall into a lot of tropes from all the sports movies we've watched over the decades. But it's much more than that. It's a fully formed cinematic experience and a love letter to speed, sound, struggle, and style. But most importantly, a love letter to the athletes who really risk their lives weekend after weekend. We will talk about its problems in part 2, but this video is basically all about whatever this movie got right. Please make sure you hit that like button if this video tickled your fancy. And don't forget to subscribe for part 2, where we actually hit the brakes, break down the inaccuracies, and talk about everything the FIA would have red flagged by now. Spoiler alert, Sonny Hayes would be banned from F1 before the second act even began if this was in real life. I'll see you guys next time.
And I want my scalps. And all y'all will get me 100 Nazi scalps taken from the heads of 100 dead Nazis.